Hey, 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 beautiful people. Let me get myself together. Timer going. Let me do my mic check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Let me see how far I can bring my table. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Monday. Uh, Let me put what we're doing today. Let me do my mic check. Mic check. Mic check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Why I still can't hear myself? Oh, okay. I think I heard myself. Okay. Hey, Teresa, what's going on? I'm over here about to fuss. So we got 4 rounds, 30 to 45 seconds. Then nutrition. Looking extra cute with the top. Yes, yes. Thank you. Biceps and tricep workout, 4 rounds, 30 to 45 seconds each. Then nutrition. So let me post that and pin it. Why it just took me out of. Now I got to go back. Okay. Technology, y'all, boy. I tell you. Hey, Nato. What's going on? Welcome to the chat. Thank you for engaging. I appreciate it. So happy Monday, y'all. Today has already been a Monday that I just need to redo. I need to redo. I need to redo. I need to redo. Not that I don't even want to redo. I just want, because a redo sometimes just means the day starts over, but I don't want it to get the same result. So I just need everything to be different about today. Okay. I got bad news today, but I'm still coming on here, try to put my smile on. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of y'all that's probably faking the funk today. And that's what I'm doing today. I am faking it. You fake it till you make it, because today is just one of those days to where I just have to laugh. You ever get so upset about something or get some bad news, but instead of crying, you just laugh? That was me. I just laughed today. Okay. Sorry, y'all. My phone. See, it's a Monday. It's definitely a Monday. It's definitely a Monday. Let me just say that. I think I got it working now. Okay, back to what I was saying. So we're gonna hit biceps and triceps today. We got 4 rounds. We got 6 different exercises we're gonna do for 30 to 45 seconds each exercise. Depending on what we're working with, I'm gonna use my 12 and 15-pound dumbbells. Um, but yeah, the main thing I really want us to hit is just biceps and triceps today. Y'all know the triceps are how you get rid of those bat wings if you don't want it shaking, and our biceps, you know, this will help you bring them groceries in. No. So all right, y'all. We're gonna start with a warm up. Then we're gonna get into it. I don't think I'm gonna play any music today. I'm not really in the music playing groove. And then after we get done with the workout, I'm gonna talk to y'all about nutrition. I didn't do my juicing and nutrition yesterday. I thought it'd be better to combine it. So today we're gonna talk about it. I'm gonna give y'all some insight of what I eat for lunch and dinner, the protein, and kind of just like more of the background information on some of the stuff. Hey Carter, what's going on? Thank you for engaging. Welcome to the chat. So we're gonna start with the warm up first, dynamic warm up, and then we'll ease into the workout. So if you have some dumbbells, I'm using 12 to 15-pound dumbbells today. Okay. If you don't have any dumbbells, just use something with a little bit of weight. You can use let me see some of these exercises. You can use a jug, a gallon jug of water. Um, just something with a little bit of weight. You can use a typical like water bottle. You can put sand in it. Just put something that's going to coin. If you got like a change bottle, you can use that. It's something with some weight. Hey, Jaden, what's going on? Thank you for engaging with the chat. Jaden Rivers, I appreciate you. So we're going to start with the dynamic warm up. You can join in at any time. If you don't want to work out, just chill with me. Just chill with your girl. Keep me company. Engage in the chat. But we're going to start with dynamic warm up, 20 seconds each exercise. We're going to start with overhead laterals. It's going to look like this. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Just like this. Remember, dynamic warm up is always good for you to do before you even touch your weight, just to get that blood flow going, your energy, wake your body up a little bit. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arm circles. Go forward. You're so pretty. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Strange Bird. Thank you, Jaden. I appreciate it. You know, I always love a compliment. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it back. Take it back. We're doing each one for 20 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to do raise the roof. Raise the roof. We're going to be working those delts. Just like this. Raise the roof. Keep that workout going. That's the goal, Jaded. That is definitely the goal. You know, maybe y'all, if you were on here at the beginning when I said I was upset, you know, that's what working out gonna do. We're gonna release some endorphins and some dopamines, and we're gonna feel better. Okay. 3, 2, 1. All right, y'all. I think it's time we get started with the workout. Big Mod, were you born like that or do you work for it? You know, I had to work for this. I had to work for this. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with the workout. Let me grab my 15-pound dumbbell. Okay. I'm gonna start off with my 12. Normally, I like to start with my lower weights on the first round just to make sure my body is awake. So this first exercise is gonna be a single arm tricep extension. The normal way to do, no, you were born with it. You're funny. The normal way to do tricep extension is normally you'll put it behind your head like this, and you'll use both hands, and you just come down up. We're gonna do single arm. Single arm for one is gonna put more weight on one side, so we're gonna have more resistance. Okay. Always stay confident. Also on a girl. Do you play any sports? I used to run track and field, y'all. I'm 37. You play soccer. I just went to Atlanta United soccer game. We won. Strange bird. Okay, so we're gonna do this one for 30 seconds. Okay, so we're gonna start with this dumbbell straight above our head. We're gonna come down behind our head and then back up, just like that. We're gonna take it nice and slow. To build that resistance, we wanna move slow. Okay. You need a bigger screen. Why need a bigger screen? So I can see y'all? Is that what you're saying? So here we go. And let's work. So if you're working out with me, we have started. I like to move nice and slow with my movement to really add that resistance and make it burn a little more. You're going to feel this in your tricep. I do need a bigger screen. You're not lying about that. So we're going to get 2 more reps in before we hit this 30 seconds. Last one, and then we're going to switch over to the other side. Okay. Woo! I feel that all up in here. I feel it. I feel it. Okay. Switch to the other side. Hey. Hello, creepy girl. Am I the creepy one or are you the creepy one? Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I hope y'all know y'all can't troll me, right? You can't troll somebody who don't want to be trolled, you know? Especially not with the day I'm having. Nothing you say is gonna bother me. If I can laugh at myself, then the people you gotta worry about. If somebody can laugh at themselves and joke on themselves and don't take life too seriously, that's the person you gotta be scared of. Because ain't nothing you gonna do gonna bother them. This is the last one right here. Good job. Now we're gonna go to kickbacks. Kickbacks, we're gonna start with the dumbbell at our hip and we're kicking back. We want a straight arm and bring it back in. Next round, I'm gonna separate these two exercises. But for now, it is what it is. I've been down since day one. Go ahead and make me a moderator. But why haven't I seen you in here then? You're beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, strange bird. Here we go. Hip and kick it out 180. So 180 degrees. So we're trying to go straight back. Here we go. We're going to feel that pull in our tricep. And then bring it back. Just like that. Nice and easy. Feet shoulder width apart. Back down. If you want to rock out to some music while you work out, just follow along with me. You don't have to listen to me. I'm just talking. Just talking. We got 5 more seconds. Last rep. Switch it over. Okay, here we go. Go right into it. I finally mustered the courage to speak. Oh, well, I'm glad you did. I like when y'all come in here and speak. I love hearing from y'all. Hey. So I've had this workout equipment for a very long time. I used to be a mobile trainer. So as y'all can tell, these dumbbells all beat up. But hey, the weight's still there. Last rep. No, I gotta see you in the chat more often, Big Maj, for you to be a moderator. So now we're gonna hit reverse curl. Reverse curl, we're gonna have palms facing out. So normally when you do a regular bicep curl, which we're gonna do a regular bicep curl next, so you'll feel the difference. But this time, palm facing out, and we're going straight down. Okay? Then come up. So go ahead and join in with me. Down. You'll definitely feel the difference when we do the regular bicep curl next. Yeah, I need to see you in here more often before I make you a moderator. It takes a lot to become one of my moderators. Okay, strange bird, get them together. Last one. Okay. Now we're gonna go to regular bicep curls. For the regular bicep curls, I like to have a staggered stance. That's just me, but you could do feet shoulder width apart. And here we go. 30 seconds. Bicep curls are probably the easiest thing I think to try to do. So if you're new to the gym, bicep curls is one of the exercises I recommend doing, especially if you're trying to use free weights and you're not really sure what to do. Can't go wrong with a good bicep curl. Okay, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to go to hammer curl. So you got to understand that when you're using different form, like your posture, your handles are different, you're going to activate different muscle groups, okay? So now we're doing hammer curls. Our palms are facing in now, and we're going to alternate just like this, okay? Let's work. 30 seconds. Hammer curls are also one of my favorite because they're easy. And you know the bicep is broken up into different muscle groups. So when you change your hands on the dumbbells, you activate different parts. So good job. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The next exercise I was gonna do was skull crusher, but I'm gonna it on the ground, so we're not gonna do that. We're gonna do a let me see, what other exercise do I want to do? We're gonna do a waiter curl. So I moved it to my 15. A waiter curl is where basically your hands are closer together. I'm trying to simplify it the best way possible. I like to put it underneath the neck of the dumbbell. You want to keep your elbow nice and tucked to your body, and we're down and up. So it almost simulates a bicep curl. But once again, remember I told you posture changes everything. So 30 seconds, let's go. So the whole point is keep your arms nice and tight together. Nice and tight. After this, we're going to go on a break. That'll be our sixth exercise. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So good job. That's round 1. So we're doing 4 rounds today, okay? We're going to take a 90-second break, and then we're going to get right back into it. Because I'm not lifting super heavy today, I'm able to move at a slightly faster pace. I may increase the time to 45 seconds. That way we get more reps in. But I still want you to move at a pace that's comfortable for you, okay? So get some water. Got 90 seconds, okay? Can you shout out my dog name? Her name is Buddy. Okay, Buddy. Shout out to Buddy. Shout out to Jada dog, Buddy. Round 1 complete. Yep. So we're hitting 4 rounds. Most people, when you do 3 rounds, after that 3rd round, you're like, okay, I feel pretty good. 4 rounds is where you're really pushing yourself. So that's why I started doing 4 rounds. I'm going to up the time for everything but the single arm. The single arm, tricep extension, we'll keep that at 30 seconds. But for everything else, we're gonna move it to 45. So if you're just joining in, I'm using 12, 15-pound dumbbells. Get in where you fit in. Follow along with me. Turn on your own hits, your own tunes. You ain't even got to hear me for real. Just follow along. We're doing 30 seconds the first exercise. The rest of them will be 45. I'm gonna bounce those back and forth between a tricep and a bicep exercise. That first round, I kept us mostly hitting the same muscle group back to back. So you might have felt more fatigued. So we're gonna break it up just a little bit, okay? So we got 40 seconds left. So if you're trying to get in, 40 seconds to grab your weight. Do you compete? No. I don't compete. My twin sister competes, but that's not the life for me. I'm just lifestyle. I just do this for fun. I do this to keep my body healthy. I do this to keep my mind right. So I feel like every time I work out, I do feel 10 times better when the workout is done. Okay, so here we go. We got 12 seconds left. We're going to start off with our single arm tricep extension. So I'm going to show y'all what it looks like in case you're doing it with me. We're coming straight down behind our back, and then we're coming straight up. Okay, just like that. So we got 30 seconds. We're going to start with our left arm, and then we'll move over to the right. 30 seconds, and let's hit it. Remember, we want to keep it nice and controlled. When we're coming up and down, we don't just want to drop it behind our head. Gravity already trying to bring it down, so keep it nice and slow. Have you considered competing? Yes, people have asked me about competing. People think it would really be special if me and my sister do it together, but that's just not something I want to do. It doesn't interest me. Last one right here. Good job, and switch it over. Yeah, competing just doesn't interest me. I don't even know what group I would want to do. Like, I don't know, bikini, fitness, figure, wellness. You know, they have different categories. We're gonna get started in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Oh my gosh, Big Mom is still trying to be a moderator. Funny. But no, I just don't think that's for me. I think for competing, I think you have to be passionate about it. It has to be something that you want to do. And I would hate to compete and take a position away from somebody else because I'm going to do well, right? Last one right here. Good job. Now we're gonna go to which one I want to do next? Reverse curl. I can break up the tricep to bicep. Here we go. And let's work. Remember, palms spacing out. Go down nice and slow. I think she should do whatever she wants. Yeah, competing's just not for me. I don't want to compete. I know a few women that compete and are successful. You look as good as them. Well, thank you. I really do appreciate the compliment, though. I really do appreciate it. It's just not for me. So remember, we're doing this one for 45 seconds, y'all. 45. So if it feels a little longer, that is why. We just hit 30, so we got 15 seconds more. Yeah, competing is not for me. I think, well, yeah, it's just not for me. I have pretty good discipline, but yeah. So now we're gonna go to kickbacks. Now I'm actually gonna talk to y'all about nutrition after I finish this workout. So if you want to stay for that, oh, here we go. 3, 2, 1, kickback. So remember, you want to hold it at the top for a little bit. 1, 2, and then release. So we're not just throwing it. You want to take it back nice and slow, hold it, then bring it back in. Okay. Just like that. Keep it. Everything's about being nice and controlled. Good job. With 30 seconds in, got 15 seconds left. These really work your triceps really, really good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch it over to the other arm. And here we go. 3, 2, 1. Try and keep us all on the same page. So I'm not moving too fast. Keep it nice and controlled. Hold it at the top if you can. 1, 2, and then release. 1, 2. Okay. When you move fast, for one, you can cause an injury. And then also, you're not really engaging or activating that muscle the way you want to. We want to make it work. Okay. Fast movement isn't always good movement. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to do bicep curls. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Do you use pre-workout drinks or powder like Monster Energy? I don't. I don't like how they make me feel. I feel like it makes me very jittery. And a lot of times when I work out, I'm motivated to do it. I think the only time I would probably use a pre-workout or anything like that is if I don't really feel like working out, but I know I need to. So I wouldn't mind using like a pre-workout to get me motivated. But for the most part, I need these workouts. So I don't even need the pre-workout to get me going. Don't even need it. Okay, this is the last one right here. So now we're gonna go to hammer curl, and then we got waiter curl. And 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Hey Gib, what's going on? How are you doing today, Gib? Whew. Yeah, I'm having to push through. I'm definitely feeling very bloated today. If you know, you know. If you don't ask me no questions. Pow pow. Welcome in, pow pow. So giving pow pow. Did y'all arrange to come in at the same time? Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I'm gonna move to my 15-pound, and we got the waiter curl. Okay, so remember, put those hands underneath the neck of it, and we're gonna get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. What do the crowns mean? There's like a purple crown next to my name. It's a what is it? Top fan crown. So I think if you look at the top right corner of the chat, you can get more info about it. But the more you engage, it gives you points. So right now, let's see. Teresa's number one, Pow Pow's number two, Strange Bird, you're number three. And it can change. It's just based off of engagement. Whoever engages the most. We got 10 seconds left. Here we go. Five, four, three, two, one. Good job. Way to work. 2 rounds. Damn. Okay, so we're halfway through the workout. If you're sticking with me, do 4. My beginners, I always say, hit me with at least 3. But if you're feeling good, advanced, well, intermediate and advanced, we're hitting 4. Okay? So 90 seconds. Drink some water. So 90 seconds, y'all. 90 seconds. And then we're gonna hit that third round. Yeah, round 2. Hey, GP set. Y'all these names. 777. Hey. Thank you for engaging with the chat. I'm always the number one, even yeah, even if you're number 10, Pow Pow, you're still number one. So how y'all, if you're working out with me, I hope you're feeling good. You're probably feeling that burn. GP. Okay, cool. Yeah, GP. Thank you for engaging with the chat, GP. Big Maj, not today. So yeah, you're probably feeling it a lot in your triceps. Remember, your triceps and biceps aren't really that big of a muscle group, especially compared to your legs. So it's very easy to fatigue out your arms. So you're probably feeling it already. Tell them, LJ. I got you, Pow Pow. Okay, so we're almost there. We're actually about to get started. I don't know. I can't even remember what my clock was at. So we'll start in 30 seconds. Just to give anybody some extra time, you got 30 seconds as of now. Okay. So if you're working out with me, I need you to go ahead and start getting back to your starting position. We got our single arm tricep extension first. I'm using my 12-pound dumbbell. It's gonna look like this. We're gonna start above our head. We're gonna come down nice and slow. Get that elbow pointed up to the ceiling, and then we're coming up. Okay. We got 8 seconds, and then we're gonna start. There's a new sheriff in town. Hey, LJ, if you would have used, what would you recommend? Let me think about that because I don't use it. I think I'll try to find one that doesn't have a lot of sugar in it. So I can't give you an actual brand name because I don't drink them, but I can tell you what to look for. If I was to drink one, of course, I'll be looking for the caffeine portion, but I'll just try to see if I can find one that's low in sugar, to be honest. So low in sugar behind caffeine. But I don't have a preference. I would have to ask my sister about that because you got to think there's nothing I could really say that's good. I feel like to use for a long period of time. That's why I don't think you should use pre-workout every day. And last one, switch. I forgot we were only going for 30 seconds on that one. And let's go. Let me stand a little closer so I can see the chat. International Brown, what you had to say for you to get lickety block? Your comment got deleted. I feel like this is the hardest one to do is the single arm tricep extension because all that weight is on one arm versus how normally you're using both hands to get the weight up. This is the last rep right here. 5, 4, 3, 2. We got reverse curl. Y'all better stop playing with my moderators. I'm trying to told you. Here we go. Reverse curl, palms facing down. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. International Brown, you better come in here, right? You're gonna keep getting deleted. My moderators don't play. Now, I don't even gotta do no work. So come in here respectfully. Dante, what's up? Here we go. Oh no, sorry, we're about to hit 30 seconds. We're doing 45 seconds. Your moderators got jungle. How they got jungle fever? Whoever that was just talking was not my moderator. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we got single arm. We're doing kickback. So I'm still using my 12-pound dumbbell for this because my nails are pretty. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So I do the staggered stance. We got 45 seconds. Remember, keep it nice and slow. Hold it at the top. 1, 2. 1, 2. 45 seconds each side. We're 20 seconds in. Way to work. Kickbacks are one of my favorite. I think all these exercises are kind of some of my favorite ones to do. For 30 seconds in. So you can't really go wrong with arms. So legs, you gotta work a little different because they're heavier. Last rep, like they're bigger inside. Switch. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's work. Once again, I like doing the stagger stance. If you want to, you can do feet shoulder width apart. But this is what I like doing, okay? I don't like that term, to be honest. That term is so old. Hey, LJ, what kind of watch do you have on? I have on an Apple Watch, but this one's so old that it don't even keep track properly. I just use it because, like, if I'm trying to take a picture or something from my phone, I can look at it from my watch to see if I'm like in the frame properly. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We got regular bicep curls. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Palms facing up. Thank you, Jaden, for subscribing. Yeah. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Yeah, I'm trying to keep up with the chat. So if I miss something, just put it back in the chat if you got something that you want me to answer. Y'all are funny. But yeah, we definitely want to control the bicep curl, especially when we're coming down. Because naturally, people just want to do like this, right? And yes, getting the high rep count is good. But if you really want to put your biceps under some resistance, move nice and slow. Okay, last one. Now hammer curls. 5. So palms facing in. 3, 2, 1. We're gonna alternate. Once again, I'm back at that stagger stance. Push-ups. Yeah, I normally do push-ups. I think last week I did push-ups. I did tricep push-ups. I did plank push-ups. I was gonna do some push-ups today, but I'm not in the mood. Let's just be honest. I'm not in the mood. There's no push-ups. Not in the mood. My stomach is feeling very, very tight. We got 10 seconds, y'all. 10 seconds. Stay with me. And then we got our way to curl next. 3, 2, 1. I'm going to go to my 15-pound dumbbell. This is the last exercise for round 3. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Nice and tight. Keep elbows tight to your body. Up and down. We're going for 45 seconds. I wish I could actually hear y'all talk like to me versus me having to read what y'all are saying. Good job. Way to work. Way to work. Stay with it. Stay with it. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. That completes round 3. So if you're a beginner, you're done. But if you're intermediate to advanced, we got one more round. 90 seconds, and we're gonna close out. One thing y'all want to make sure y'all want to do is when you're resting, don't take long rest breaks. That's why I'm trying to keep it at 90 seconds. 90 seconds is enough time. You get water, kind of shake it out, and then still keep those muscles. They're still warm, they're still activated. But when we take time in the gym to get on the cell phone and we talking to people, you might as well start your workout over. If you take more than 5 to 10 minutes to rest, unless you're lifting very, very heavy, which most people aren't lifting that heavy to take that long of a rest. Get up, stand up, get up. um, you two be at least I'm working out, Big Maj. I'm still working out. Are you working out? I think I can add people to the live. I don't know how I would do it right now. Let's see. How would I add somebody? Can I add somebody? I know when I'm making the schedule like link for this, it's I can add people. Thank you, Dante. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Y'all, let's go ahead and start those single arm tricep extension. Remember, it's gonna look just like this behind your head and then back up. So we're gonna start in 5 seconds. Hey, D Nice, what's going on? Hey, rooted in essential oils. Hey, hey, hey. Thank you for chatting and engaging with me. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. So we're working the triceps right now. This is round 4. If you're just joining, it's never too late to work out with your girl. We're doing this one for 30 seconds. All the other ones we're doing for 45. But this one I don't even need 45 seconds. You feeling it. It's starting to shake. We got 10 seconds left. Here we go. This should be our last rep. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I did it. Okay. Switch. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 30 seconds. So the deeper you go down with this one, you're gonna feel it. It's almost like doing pull-ups. If you're still keeping your arm like this when you do pull-ups, of course you don't get the full effect like when you lock out. So this is the opposite. If you bend your elbow down far enough, when you try to come back up, you're gonna feel it. So here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. We got reverse curl. So our palms are facing down. 3, 2, 1. So we're here, coming down. So you definitely feel this in your, I feel like I also feel it in my forearms. We got 10 seconds left. Good job. Way to work. Way to work. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to go to kickback in 10 seconds. I've been trying to make triceps pop. Hasn't happened yet. And let's work. Yeah, everything's based off of body fat pretty much. Once you get that body fat low enough, everything's gonna start popping a lot more. From your core to your arms. It just takes some time. I just now started focusing on my biceps a lot more. My biceps and my delts. I think, well, triceps. Well, I think I hit all of them. Triceps, biceps, and delts is what I really like to hit. So good job. Way to work. If you're working out with me, we got 10 more seconds on this arm, and then we're gonna switch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch it over. 3, 2, 1. Good job, good job. We almost done, y'all. We almost there. So keep hanging there with me if you're working out, or just in the chat. Stay in there with me. Remember, after this, we're gonna talk a little bit nutrition, so I can show y'all what I'm eating for this week. I showed y'all last time what I eat for breakfast and how I get about 31 grams of protein with my breakfast. So now I'm gonna show y'all what I eat for my lunch and dinner type of meals. Okay? And now it's time for regular bicep curls. And let's go. You drinking a strawberry daiquiri this time? Well, I guess the afternoon. I ain't judging nobody. I feel like I need a daiquiri with the morning I had, but I'm okay. Good job. Way to work. Stay with it. Remember, keep it nice and controlled. Let's see how many exercises we got left. We got 2 more exercises after this, and then we're done. That's a fancy drink for a Monday. We got 10 seconds. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bicep curls. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Palm space in. Try not to, and I just did it myself. That's what made me want to say it. Try not to move your upper body too much like this. Don't try to move the weight. Try to keep your body still and move the weight. Hey, hey, hey. What's your, I was trying to figure out how to say your name, but. So we're almost done. We got way to curl after this, and then we are done. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm switching to my 15-pound to hit this waiter curl. Remember, you want to choke up on the bottom of your waiter curl. Keep your elbows nice and tight. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep those elbows in. That way it puts more focus on those biceps. Okay? Good job. Way to work. We're 1/3 of the way done. Stay with me. Stay with me. Elbow popping. Here we go. We got 15 seconds left. So you already knocked out 30. You got this. Finish strong. 10 seconds left. Make sure we're going all the way down with that weight. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Way to work. Arm days are probably the easiest day if you're lifting like how I was today. That's why I like to do it on Monday, because I feel like it's a great way to ease into the workout week. So let's go ahead and stretch out our arm. Hey, how long are your workouts? So it depends. It depends on what I'm working out on, how many rounds, kind of what I'm doing. But sometimes I walk as well. But normally I'm on here for a full hour. Am I working out the whole time? Maybe not. The workout itself may be between 30 to 45 minutes. Like this workout today probably was closer to like 35 minutes. I didn't start right on time. And I also do a warm up. So the actual workout itself was probably 30 minutes. Let's stretch our arms out real quick. We're gonna do a static. I'm only gonna do 2 or 3 stretches, and then I'm gonna take y'all over to my table so we can talk about nutrition. So when I do my cardio days, that's when I just walk on my walking pad. That's for about an hour. But if the conversation's only pretty good, could go a little longer than that. So right now we're doing static stretch. Remember, after you work out, you want to stretch out that muscle that you just engaged. Okay, switch it over. Static stretch is normally what you want to do after you finish the workout. Dynamic is before. Hey, what is it? Cosme? Y'all these names. I'm sorry. I be messing up y'all names. Thanks for sharing. I love the vibe here. I subscribe. Thank you, Rooted in Essential Oils. I appreciate it. Y'all make sure to let me know if you all have a channel as well, so I can always subscribe back. We're gonna go behind our head. 20 seconds. Make sure you're pulling at that elbow. I remember one time me and LJ walked like 5 miles and we all climbed around on the right. We sure did. You did pretty good that day, Kurt. Or Dante. Which name do you want to be called on here? Dante or Kurt? Switch over, y'all. 20-second hold. So good job today. Way to work. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So good job. Way to work. That completes the arm workout. Now I'm gonna take y'all over to my table so we can talk about good old nutrition. So y'all can see what your girl is eating this week. Let me move. I'm about to move my computer over here first. That way I can keep the chat in my line of sight. Get y'all set up over here. I have a channel and I'm all about health and wellness in all aspects. Okay, so I'll subscribe back, Rooted in Essential Oils. I did 20 overhead press and got dizzy. Gib, you're so funny. You're funny. Okay, let me grab one more thing, y'all, and then I can bring y'all over with me. Let's try and get things set up so we can go from working out to talking about this good old nutrition. Y'all already know I'm about to cover y'all, so y'all not about to see y'all in my place. Okay. Voila. Let me bring y'all up just a little bit. Okay. Hopefully y'all can see me pretty good. Okay. So now we're gonna go into talking about nutrition. I just want to talk to y'all. Remember last week I got on here, I talked to y'all about the breakfast I eat. I have my protein pancake, which gives me 15 grams, and then my eggs. I do 2 eggs that gave me what was it? Was it 6 per egg, which gave me 12? All together though, my breakfast gave me about 31 grams between the pancake, the eggs, and the turkey bacon. I was getting 31 grams. And um, remember, depending on your size, that's what determines roughly how and what your goals are. Your size and your goal determine how much protein you want to get. So now I want to talk to y'all about lunch and dinner. Are we making pasta? So no, but I do want to talk about some of these ingredients. Because this is kind of what my go-tos are, especially like if I don't spend a lot of money. Because I'm not gonna say it's not about taste, but sometimes it's just about giving your body what it needs, right? So let's talk about it. I also want to talk about the rice. I talked to y'all about rice. I think the other day we were on here and we were talking about how rice can increase your glycemic index, so like your blood sugar. But you also have to remember it depends on what type of rice you're getting, what brand of rice. You know, you kind of get what you pay for, right? So this is actually the brand of rice I like to go for. Um, this bag alone. So let's see. Let's have it folded like it is in the store. So this bag alone is like $5, right? Whereas most people are probably used to buying. Oops, this rice is about to come out all on my table. Let me see if I can scoop it up. Okay. I don't even really eat this rice, so I ain't even too upset. But, oops, sorry. I know that's loud in y'all in the mic. Hey, Reluctant Gamer. Hey, is it Hamid? Nice teeth. Thank you. Gotta have that Jasmine. Reluctant Gamer is in the building. I do a lot of cauliflower rice. Yeah, that is good to go to as well. I just feel like, so here's the thing. When it comes to eating healthy, I just be honest with you. If I know I'm going to waste my money buying it, thinking that I'm going to eat it, I will not buy it because it's going to get wasted. So I've done that before where I try to buy items, like I've tried to buy a whole bunch of fruits and veggies. And unless I'm doing my juicing, I'm not really going to eat it. It's going to sit in the refrigerator and I'm going to wait until it expires and then I'll throw it away just so I don't feel bad about throwing it away prior. So now I try to stick with things that I know I'm at least going to eat. When it comes to the whole thing about rice, when people talk about brown rice, white rice, once again, depends on what you're looking for. So jasmine rice, brown rice, they're about a 10-calorie difference because this is the same brand, as y'all can see, same brand. I think this rice is actually cheaper though. I'm pretty sure this is the more expensive rice. But the glycemic index was a little different. I think they're a little closer than what when I Googled it. I don't think that was very accurate because once I even looked at my bag, the numbers online was not the same as what's on here. So I'm like, I think it's just based off the different brands of rice you buy. Remember, you get what you pay for. So $5 just for this little small bag. But the calories for this is 160, the carb is 36 grams, the fiber. So that's what you have to look at. When it comes to looking at brown rice versus white rice, brown rice has slightly more fiber than your white rice does. So if I'm more fiber focused, I would get this bag of rice, the brown rice. It's only 2 grams of fiber, but this doesn't really have any fiber at all. So you want to look at what's going to be better on your stomach. So for me, because I deal with stage 4 endometriosis and it already affects my intestines and I have gut health issues, eating this type of rice wouldn't always be a good go-to for me because I already had those issues. So I want something that's going to be a little easier on my stomach. So I would go with the jasmine rice. So just so you know, for reference, when you're looking, and normally you have to Google it to see what the glycemic index is. If that's something you're worried about, you want to make sure you're trying to stay as close as possible to 70 is considered high. But if the GI glycemic index is over 70, that's too high. You want it more so to be like in the 50 range. It's all black and that's good for fresh salads. Okay. How long? I bet that takes a lot to cook, huh? Spaghetti. So yeah, this you always see in my place no matter what. Like I think at all times you're gonna see this type of rice. As far as protein, you're getting about 3 grams of protein. You'll be right back. Okay, Dante. You're gonna get about 3 grams of protein. So, but that's really not what we're going for when we're looking for our rice. We're more so looking for that carb. Okay. So we talked about the rice. Now let's go into our protein. I love black rice. It has a special flavor. I don't think I've done black rice before. I have to do my research on it and really see if it's something I want to eat because I don't like wasting my money. But I'm not against giving it a try. You're so funny, Papa. So I guess my meat got shook all to one side. So this is the Kroger brand. This one is 93% lean, 7% fat. This is 1 pound, but it has 22 grams of protein per serving. So 22 grams per serving. This gives you about 4 servings altogether. Try to see what else other information is kind of important on here. Iron, of course, is good. Sodium isn't too bad on here. Cholesterol isn't bad. So yeah, the biggest thing on here and the reason why I get this is that ground turkey. Yes, this is ground turkey. So this is the Kroger ground turkey meat. And normally I get the 93% lean or 7% fat, or I'll do 85-15. But I prefer to do this one. But it also depends on the cost. Which one got a better cost? So 22 grams. Bad ingredients. What makes it a bad ingredient? Can I use ground chicken? That's what I want to talk about. That's why I'm talking about it, Jay Mills. Jay Mills, how you gonna come in here and not even sit down? Just sit down and listen. Okay? We ain't even get there yet. Sit down. Sit down. Let me do this. Start your own channel. But no, I appreciate you gauging, J Mills. I'm just giving you a hard time. So this is the ground turkey meat I like to use. Okay, tilapia. A lot of people don't like, because right now we're just talking about protein, and I'll get there. A lot of people don't like tilapia. They're like, it's a man-made fish, blah, blah. It's also a lean fish, though. And especially if you're eating on a budget. This bag, I think, is about $9.99. I don't mind now because I didn't want them sitting on the table, but they're in the freezer. But this gives you 23 grams per serving. So just from our meats alone, we're getting 23 and 22 grams of protein. Right, sit down. Like, give me time to get there. But so I like getting this as well. It's something that I can easily put in my air fryer. And once again, y'all, they're gonna say everything is bad. Air fryers are bad. Microwaves are bad. Everything's bad. Do what works for you. So I like putting this in my air fryer. Once I get my rice cooking, I put this in the air fryer for about 14 minutes, and my rice and my tilapia finish around the same time. So we got that. We're looking good with the protein with our 23 grams, now 22. For the pasta, I also use another. I don't always use Kroger brand, but this is a gluten-free pasta. Sometimes I will go with some of the other name brands, but like I said, sometimes I do it based off of cost. So today I want to show y'all how to budget as well. So that's why a lot of what I'm showing you is the Kroger brand. Whatever grocery store you're shopping at, normally their brand is going to be cheaper. So like Walmart, Publix, like when you're using their brand, it's probably going to be cheaper. Okay, because I have stage 4 endometriosis, gluten can sometimes enhance my inflammation. So this is gluten free. It's basically a corn and rice pasta blend. Protein is 4 grams, no sugar. Trying to think what else on here that I really care to talk about. Carbs, 43 grams. But I mean, that's really what pasta is, right? It's a carb. Where are you, LJ, if you don't mind sharing? I'm in Georgia. So yes, Papa, I eat Kroger. You live in Texas? No, I live in Georgia, y'all. Um, so this is the type of pasta I like using. Sometimes I can do regular pasta and it won't upset my stomach, but I have to do what's not going to trigger me. So a lot of times I'll just try to find stuff that's not going to trigger. I try it one time, see how my body reacts, and if it does well, I'm like, okay, we got a winner. So the gluten free, normally what works. So let's see. Colorado here, and we have Kroger. Okay. I know in Texas when I lived there, we mainly shopped at HEB. So I'm trying to bring up my calculator because I want to see where we sit with protein based off of everything I've talked to y'all about. So if I said 31 for breakfast, and then let's say we add in our rice, we add in our meat, um, add in our other meat, and then we add in just one of our, so a snack I like to do. Let me go back to y'all. And I don't do this often because once again, people say tuna bad too. So you just can't win. Everything bad for y'all. Just eat air. So I like to do this as a snack, but it also depends on where you are with your calories because depending on where you are with your calories, this already is 260. So I would recommend maybe not eating, like, depending on where you are with your calories, maybe not do this whole pack. Maybe you just get the tuna pack by itself. Because it's 260 calories, but it's 19 grams of protein. 19 grams. Does gluten-free stuff really help? I should hold on, I'm trying to read all y'all. I should eat gluten-free pasta too, but sometimes I need my full gluten pasta full of starch. Teresa, I do think, well, for me it does, and that's because gluten is a trigger. But it's not always a trigger. I don't know. It's hard to explain when gluten is a trigger for my body. I just think anytime I eat processed food, that's when I have the most problem. But normally, for the most part, I just try to stick with gluten. But it is a different taste. So I get and go ham. Teresa, gluten can have inflammation to your body sometimes, not only for endometriosis. I eat tuna every morning. 1 can from Costco. Okay, 42 grams, pretty good. J Mills. So that's the thing. A lot of people, there's always going to be, something about something, right? They tell you not to eat too much of the tuna, but this honestly is a good snack. Like I said, if you want to reduce your calories, um, it's 260. But I think if you just do the, well, I don't think it says it right here. If you just do the tuna packet by itself, that's 17 grams of protein and 70 calories. So that's not bad if you just do without the crackers and adding all the extra stuff. So what I will say is so far, just off of breakfast, my breakfast, my lunch and dinner, um, my one snack. So I haven't even gotten to my other snack. So remember I told y'all for your body weight, you want to be anywhere between zero point 0.7 grams to I believe it's 1.2 grams. So for me, that roughly we'll say it's 120 to 125. Just with the things I named for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and just this protein pack alone, I would be sitting at about 100 grams of protein. And that I haven't even ate my second snack yet. So just imagine if I ate another one of these or, anything else that's high, I even got like a protein drink. Bam, I've hit my protein intake for the day. The curly lasagna pasta is so good. So now let me get to J Mills. So J Mills, I just give you a hard time because you were giving me a hard time. You look lean. I look lean from eating spaghetti pasta. No, I was playing. You look lean. How long you been working out? I've been working out for a very long time. I ran D1 track and field, but now I'm 37. So I just work out as a lifestyle, but it's more so because I have stage 4 endometriosis and adenomyosis. I have to watch what I eat. And so I try to share with people the protein because a lot of people do not get enough of their protein. That's what I want to talk with y'all about. So there's different things you can do with the ground turkey meat. You can do normally what I make for one of my meals. I would do, and I don't know if I have them in my freezer right now, but I do the ground turkey. I do my white or brown rice, whichever one I'm feeling, and then I'll mix that with all the different peppers and onions, and I pretty much just mix that all together, and that's a good meal. Another one is the tilapia with, I can do that with a rice, um, and of course a vegetable. Normally I do asparagus or zucchini, and then the reason why I brought this up is because for a cheap meal, a lot of people like to do, especially if you have a household, a lot of people like to do spaghetti. But when you start cooking, I'm not cooking today. We're just going over ingredients so y'all know what to get. But the reason why I brought the Prego sauce up is because a lot of people when they shop, especially if you got a family, it's different because I don't have to shop for a family. But I just eat like I do. I'm just frugal like that. But if you are trying to shop for a family, I would say spaghetti. I feel like it's like the number one thing, especially in the black household. We always gonna go for spaghetti because if you only got a few dollars, you can make them few dollars stretch. Because this right here is, I think the pasta was less than $2. This meat is probably the most expensive thing, which was like $4.50, $4.99. And then the Prego, which is another reason why I brought it up, is I think the Prego sauce. Let me see if I have my receipt still. So let's see. Yeah, the Prego sauce is $2.50. So that's the reason why. Do you eat cheese on your pasta? No, not anymore. Um, I don't eat cheese anymore because I learned. Well, I do eat cheese, but I feel like it has to be like, I don't know if this makes sense, but it has to be fresh cheese. Like if I want a pizza, I can't go to the grocery store and get a pizza unless it's gonna have to be, thin crust, not a lot of cheese on it. Otherwise, I have to go to an actual like pizza place and not get the cheap pizza like Little Caesars. I have to go like, spend some money and get some good pizza for that fresh cheese. But for the most part, no, I can't do cheese. That also dairy is inflammatory. Spaghetti was the go-to growing up and still is. So that's why I brought it out because I wanted to talk about what's in Prego. So Prego has always been, I feel like, the go-to sauce that most families bought because it is one of the cheaper brands, right? So if you're balling on a budget, but you're trying to feed a family like 4 or 5, this is normally what people would get. You got your pasta, you got your ground turkey, you got this, you got your spaghetti sauce, and this is less than $10, right? But when you look at, and I purposely go grab this one because it said no sugar added, and because I paid for it, I'm gonna use it. So I try to get the best version as possible. So it was no sugar added. They also had no sodium. But the thing I have to look for, hey Kirk, coming back. The thing I have to be mindful of is the sugar for me. This is also gluten free. It says 40% of daily vegetables. So I feel like their Prego is trying to get a little healthier because at one point a lot of people were talking about going away from it. The calories are 60, protein 2 grams, sugar 6 grams, and that's in this one. I believe you get the regular pasta, it's gonna, have way more sugar in it. Like this one said, this has no sugar added. Um, the sodium is 480. So yes, J Mill, I do agree with you. The Prego, there are definitely other brands that are better to use than the Prego. But like I said, depending on what your budget's looking like, the better sauces to get, or about if you're not trying to make it yourself, is closer to like that $7, $8 range. And for most people, that's a lot of money to them when they're trying to feed a big family. Trying to get some stuff up for my weekend barbecue. No worries. Hey DCO. I love spaghetti so much. I like with different recipes. I love spaghetti, garlic, extra virgin oil, and red hot chili pepper and chopped parsley. That's so easy and good. So is it pretty easy to make your own sauce, Papa? That's something I wouldn't mind doing. Yep. Teresa said I keep spaghetti on rotation in my house. Um, oh, Gib, did you have a? Oh, okay. I didn't answer your question about the cheese. I'm just trying to make sure I didn't skip anybody. Um, I like to make, okay, ground chicken better. You like ground chicken? I don't know. I don't really have a preference. Oh, but this is the 3 pepper and onion blend I like to use when I'm being lazy. So sometimes I will buy the peppers myself and I'll, break them up. I'll get I'll buy the organic, peppers, and I'll get the onions and I'll chop it up. For one, because you get more bang for your buck. Once again, these are Kroger brand. And so this bag is like $1. And I think sometimes I do it out of convenience of not wanting to come home and chop all the veggies up. Because a lot of times when I go to the grocery store, I'm already hungry. So I don't really want to spend a lot of time in the kitchen. I want to be quick. Otherwise, I'm going through somebody's drive-through. Um, yeah, use Prego, use ground turkey. I make homemade sauce every time, especially for Sunday lunch. It's so important in Italy. I kind of figured you made your own sauce. I think I need to look up like how do you do that? Because I wouldn't mind trying that. I love that this is gluten free, and I also like that there aren't a lot of ingredients on here. They say that when you're looking at buying something and you want to see kind of like the health parts of it, look at how much ingredients are in it. Like it shouldn't have a lot of ingredients. So especially when you look at your baked goods, if it's a long list, put it back. You'll be better off trying to go to a bakery or something like that. But I'm actually surprised by how many ingredients are in here. It's not as many as I thought. And like I said, I did get the healthier version. I think Jay Mills left, y'all. Um, right when I'm starting to talk about the sauce. LJ, if you want to make a veggie sauce, let me know and I'll the ingredients and how to make it. You just need tomato paste, herb, and canned tomato. It's super easy. Okay. I feel like tomatoes you have to be kind of careful with because tomatoes already have like a natural sugar. I think that's probably why with this one, it says no sugar added, but it already has 6 grams of total sugar. And that probably comes from the tomatoes. Um, hey, welcome to the chat. Thank you for engaging. So right now we just been talking. We started off with an arm workout. We did bis and tris. Now we're hitting that nutrition. Nutrition is the biggest thing, but what I want y'all to know is eating healthy does not have to be costly. Everything I have up here does not cost a lot of money. Um, I think the bag of rice, the most expensive thing up here, of course, is the bag of tilapia. But this gave me 8 pieces of tilapia. I use fresh tomato, tomato paste, herb, garlic powder, salt, and very little sugar. Okay. For a good tomato sauce, you need celery, carrots, and onions. Extra for all of tomatoes, basil leaves. Y'all getting fancy with it. Um, so yeah, this is what a typical week would look like me. This is gonna be my week actually. So, like I said, the tilapia I have in my freezer. I didn't want it just sitting out here thawing out. So I'm probably actually gonna cook this today. So, matter of fact, after I get off here with you all. So this is what a typical week worth of meals would look like. I saw my breakfast the other week. So now we got lunch. The lunch would probably be the pasta, the gluten-free pasta, the ground turkey, and the vegetable blend mixed up together. And then for dinner, I'll probably and the rice. And then for dinner, sometimes I change the rice out. No, I'm sorry. Pasta. You know what? Do I want to do pasta with this or pasta? Either way, for lunch or dinner, I don't know which one I want to put, which carb I want to put with what. I'm gonna do the ground turkey as my protein and tilapia today. I'm not gonna do spaghetti this week. That'll probably be another week. Uh, don't add sugar because that covers acidity, but it will stay in tomato. Just add a teaspoon of baking soda. Oh, okay. Okay. Baking soda. So yeah, this is what LJ eats. So when y'all wonder how I look lean, it's all about the nutrition. So this is what I eat. You don't see a lot of junk. But I have to pull back on my sugar anyway. So that's why you probably won't see a lot of junk food up here. Um, so yeah. I showed y'all my snack. One other snack I may do from time to time is chips and guac, but it's like the corn chips. They're like the healthier version chips. And then I get guacamole. That's a good healthy fat because of the avocado. So sometimes I will do that. Remember, whenever you're looking at what to get for a protein, I mean, excuse me, not as a protein, but as a snack, you want to make sure it's hitting either healthy fat or protein. Try to shoot more so for protein because you're probably going to get your carbs and fat in other ways, other meals. So when it comes to your snacks, make sure it's hitting your protein first and foremost, and then maybe a healthy fat. That way you can get in your accurate amount of grams. Because if you're working out but not getting your protein in, it's kind of pointless. Okay. Sounds good, LJ. No cheese is a good idea. I honestly hate that I can't do cheese. I used to love doing cheese grits. Like when I was in the military, I would come home from PT, I would get my water boiling. By the time I got out the shower, I would just throw my grits in, cook me some eggs, some turkey sausage, and then I would mix it all together, throw some cheese on top. Now I can't really do the cheese, and I don't even know if it's the cheese or if it was the grits, but I just removed both of them. I thought it was the cheese just because there's so many different things I like to eat with cheese on it, and I was starting to get triggered. So y'all cook for real, huh? I am gonna be so let's talk about what we got going on for the week. Let me know if you have any questions about what I have up here. Um, for the rest of the week, tomorrow we know we're walking and talking. So if y'all have any questions for me, tomorrow is the day. J meal. Today my meal is ground turkey, 3 scrambled eggs, some sweet potatoes, and a whole avocado. Okay, look at you. With coconut water to wash it down. Do you just eat like that just because what you like, J meals, or do you eat like that because you're trying to reach a certain goal? Um, Reluctant gamer, yo. Um, so if y'all have anything y'all want me to talk about tomorrow, feel free to either leave it here in the comments or just hit me up tomorrow with it. Remember, tomorrow we walk and talk. So it's all about walking and talking. I do about anywhere between 3 to 5 miles walking on the walking pad. We talk about health and fitness tips, anything we got going on. I'm going to start posting more about my endometriosis. I feel like I need to educate more people about it because it's starting to rain, y'all. Sorry, the rain caught my attention. So I'm like, what is that sound? The one thing I hate more than anything, y'all, is when I tell somebody I have endometriosis and they say, "Oh, I know somebody who has endometriosis. You'll be fine." I mean, I know plenty of people who had cancer too. What that mean? Like, some are still here and some have passed. So I just feel like a lot of times people discredit endometriosis, and it's because they're not familiar or knowledgeable about what it really is and how much it affects the body. Um, so if you're not following me already on my Instagram, follow me on Get Fit with LJ. I'll be posting on there as well. But I also will be posting a lot of the information on YouTube as you know. Also, what watch is that? It's an Apple Watch. I've never tried eating vegan cheese, so I wouldn't even know. LJ, my dream is seeing you eating junk food because I want to realize you're not an alien, but you're exactly like us. Well, y'all should see me this weekend. So I had a couple of drinks this weekend and I just enjoyed myself. When I tell y'all I've been letting endometriosis like control my life, like I'm over it. I'm just having fun at this point. I'm trying to have fun. I'm trying to live my life while at the same time not triggering my body. So I woke up not feeling triggered. So I feel good about that. So I am going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about the good and bad of endometriosis and the ways that I'm managing it. So yeah. How many days you work out? So Monday, Tuesday. I work out. I do arms and back on Monday. Tuesdays cardio. Wednesdays just a stretch day, so we do full body stretch on Wednesday. And I do like a core or leg workout, and I post that on Thursday. So 3 Friday is a full body cardio or resistance day. So if I'm being honest, I work out about 4 days a week. I'm trying to make it 5. Well, I'm trying to work out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. I want to rest Thursday and Sunday. I mean, I still go live on Sundays. I talk about juicing or nutrition normally on Sundays. I didn't do this yesterday, which is why I'm doing it today. But so I work out 4 days regularly. I'm trying to add that fifth day in, but you know, the weekend come, y'all, my body's tired. And that's why I didn't work out Saturday, y'all. I had the best intentions of getting up and working out, and I was like, it's not happening. I don't touch alcohol. So I don't really drink alcohol either. I haven't drank alcohol in I don't know how long. Because it is inflammatory because of the sugar and different things, the wheat. But this weekend I needed something, and it doesn't take. I'm a lightweight, so when I say I drink, it's not as much as you think. I just say that. You think I'm RoboCop? Y'all are funny. You missed out my long message. Do you think 120 a week for a gym membership is worth it? Has swimming pool, sauna, steam room, jacuzzi, great gym facility, and great normal people. I started gym without machine cost. So what does that break down to in American dollars? What's 120 in American dollars? Because we have a gym here called One Life Fitness, and I think either what's another one that has all the things you mentioned. I don't know if it has a jacuzzi, but it has the sauna, has the swimming pool. No, I don't think it's worth 160 because I'm pretty sure the gym that I went to with my sister that one week, I mean, she got a good deal because she got grandfathered in because the people who owned the gym beforehand, but she pays 19.99. So I'm pretty sure she's paying 19.99. The current rate probably is probably like $50, $60. And it has a swimming pool, it has the turf, the sauna, has a lot of great workout equipment, and she pays about 60 for that. D nice. You look phenomenal. Thank you. A normal basic gym is no sauna or steam room, or there's another gym with pool and sauna steam room. I would go with that one. Or there's another gym with pool and sauna. But how often are you going to use it? So are reluctant gamer, are you already going to the gym a lot? Or are you trying to like get started? If you're trying to get started, I would start at like a basic gym and just see if I'm even consistent enough. Only they like do month to month. Now, if they make you try to sign a contract, I don't know about that. But if you can do a month to month at a basic gym, see how consistent you're going. So if you're trying to get started, I would just see if I'm even consistent first. I wouldn't spend all that money. I mean, a lot of times they say the more money you spend, the more motivated you are to go. And then some people, if you just got the money like that, that's not going to move you to go anymore. So I would say try to go to start off with a basic month to month gym membership. And if you're seeing that, okay, I am coming at least 3 to 4 times a week, then I would spend, whatever money for the sauna and whatever else you're looking for. The only thing I really like is the sauna. That gym is kind of far though. The basic gym has a bunch of fools in them. I do get what you're saying. Basic gyms normally do have people who are either in there playing, don't know what they're doing. Maybe you got to find a good time to go when there's not so many of them in there. 'Cause I just would hate for you to spend all that money on a membership that you're not really using because you were just getting started. But if you say, I'm gonna go every day for sure, I'm like, hey, get your money's worth. Rudy, good job. It's I don't drink or smoke either. Gave it almost 10 years now. That's good for you, for sure. Yeah. I don't drink or smoke. Like I said, I took a time to have some fun. I looked it up though. It's okay as long as I'm not drinking consistently, and I have to drink only certain. I have to drink white liquor. I can't do, and I have to do more so shots, or it has to be in soda water. So I'm going to talk about all of that because it is it can lead to inflammation for me. Haven't really missed it. Drinking, well, I tell you, drinking changes a lot for people. If you're trying to lose weight, I definitely would say lowering your alcohol intake can change a lot for you without even realizing it because of the amount of sugar that's in alcohol, especially if you like doing cocktail drinks. Um, but yeah, reluctant gamer, I would just go at a cheaper time and to make sure I'm even staying dedicated. Because if you're not going to the gym at least 3 to 4 times a week, I don't think paying $160 is worth it if you're not going to go to the gym 3 to 4 times. So I will see if I'm able to go 3 to 4 times and then kind of build off of that. I would just have to find a time when ain't so many people in there. Cause not about to spend all that money. Jay Mills. So so Jay Mills, when you start your channel, I'm gonna come on there and whatever you got going, I'm like, yeah, that's bad. That's not good for you. I'm just playing. Uh, I'll support your channel though. If you create one, I got you. I will support. Uh, I think 30 is good because they actually have a sauna. Yeah, I do think that's good, reluctant gamer. I think 30, I think that would be good. Whatever that converts to, I think that price will be better, especially if you have your workout equipment and your sauna. The sauna is really what you want. I don't know how often we really get in the pool, especially black people. We're not getting in the pool like that. But the sauna is a good way to detox, sweat. So yeah, any gym that has a sauna, chef's kiss. Okay. Yes, that's a good one, reluctant gamer. I would go with that. I never smoked in my life, but around me they're all smokers. I got a big willpower and I'm resisting. Good job. Smoking not good. Yeah, your surroundings will influence you for sure. I will say that. I will say you're welcome, reluctant gamer, because I definitely understand. Um, because I have workout equipment at home, I do need heavier weights, so I definitely need to invest in 20 pounds. But because I have a lot of weights at home already, I have plates, I have the barbell, I have kettlebells, medicine balls, resistant bands, battle rope. Because I have a lot of equipment, it makes it hard for me to see myself spending money on a gym. But I think the good thing about a gym, it does get you out of the house. It's a social factor to it. And it just makes you feel productive when you get out the house. So that's the only reason why I think I would go to the gym. There's certain cardio machines that I would like the stepper, and just be able to run on a treadmill backwards and stuff like that, or even at an incline. But all these gyms want to charge so much money. And like the only one I really go to is Planet Fitness because my sister has the black card. So I just go on her membership. She has like 2 or 3 memberships. And then she also, The gym, y'all saw me with the lights when I'm in that room. I like going there too. I want to do certain cardio also at gym. So yeah, I mean, you got to make the gym work for you as far as the financial side. I know gyms make so much money off people getting those memberships, saying they're going to be healthy. And some people just like to say they have a gym membership, but then they never go. So I do think the less you pay for a gym membership, sometimes it is easier to like, oh, it's just $19 that I wasted this month. That's it. But that $19 over a year time frame is a lot of money wasted. I want to lose my belly fat. It's not excessive, but if I it'll be amazing. So remember, losing belly fat and losing any type of fat in general comes from nutrition. So, because we got to make sure we're not over, we got to exert more calories than we're consuming to lose belly fat, or excuse me, lose fat in general. Your body doesn't, your body determines where it burns from. But then when you work out, you're building the muscle group and you're also burning more calories. So that's what working out does. Working out, perfect example. If you ever seen somebody sculpt with clay, anytime you're making something with clay, right, you have to mold it. The amount of clay you have is based off your nutrition. Okay. So if you eat a lot on the regular, you get a lot of clay. If you watch your calorie intake, you get a little bit of clay. And then the working out is what allows you to define and mold that clay into an amazing sculpture. Okay. So remember, nutrition gives you your starting baseline. That's how I got my core the way it is. I showed y'all my workout. I posted a ab workout a couple of days ago. So if you want to give that a try, that's what I did to make my abs pop. Your abs are still a muscle. So if you want to make them pop, you got to put some resistance against them. So I do actually isolate my abs and actually work them. Some people will say you don't need to isolate your abs to grow them, that you naturally engage them. Okay, you naturally engage your upper body when you work arm. I mean, when you do leg day, right? If I'm using a barbell to do deadlifts, right? I'm using my upper body to lift that barbell, but I'm more so focused on my hamstrings when I deadlift. Yet my upper body's still getting engaged. It doesn't mean I shouldn't do arm day. Same with core. Don't let anybody tell you not to do core. And then also for my ladies, don't listen to some of these men that tell you what to do. Our bodies are made different. I'm not saying all men, but it takes one to know one. So if you don't know what hormones I deal with on the regular, if you don't know about my endometriosis, my PCOS, and how my cortisol levels affect my estrogen levels, affect like shh. um so don't eat clay, guys. You're so funny. It's not healthy for your belly, it's for your teeth too. You're so funny, Pop Out. So I consume 1,600 calories, so I gotta lose 1,600 calories in workouts. So no. So basically, based off your current size and weight, for instance, for women, we average about 2,000 calories daily that we should consume to maintain. That's on the average, like an average size woman. For a man, it's anywhere between 2,300 and 2,500 calories. We automatically have a natural amount of calories we burn throughout the day already. So if you were just to lay in bed all day, do nothing, you're feeling sick, you're still going to lose a certain amount of calories per day. Now, if we're talking about for an average of, for me, let's say the average for me was to consume 2,000 calories to stay this same weight. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to take in 1,500 calories if I'm trying to lose weight, because 500 calories a day that I'm in a deficit, if I times 500 by 7 days a week, right? So if I'm eating 1,500 calories 7 days out the week, where normally I eat 2,000, I'm losing 1 pound a week just off my nutrition alone. But if you're like, well, I want to lose more than 1 pound a week, which on average, a safe number, depending on your weight, is about 2 pounds a week. That's when you add working out. Working out helps in two ways. Working out either helps you get a little extra more calories in. And what I mean by that is, and listen, please, when I say this, let's say I want to drink something that's 200 calories. but I only had 100 calories left in my like eating for the day. By me working out, it does give me a little extra wiggle room for those extra 100 calories. But then also, whatever calories I burn working out also aid in me losing weight. So you don't necessarily have to negate like, well, I'm supposed to eat 1,500 calories a day, so I'm also gonna try to work out and burn 1,500 calories. No, you just want to be in a caloric deficiency, and then you want to make sure, or deficit, should I say? And then you just want to make sure that you're working out enough to continue to get that burn happening. The more muscle you build, that's also going to help your body burn more calories throughout the day. So for you, let's see, legs is vital, core is vital. Reluctant gamer, not in that way. If you want to lose weight, you should lose it step by step. I do a lot of yoga and working out as well. Yoga is really good for your stability, and you burn a lot more than you think. Um, Reluctant gamer, do you mind telling me how much you weigh? Let me know how much you weigh. If you don't mind, but if you do, it's okay. Um, but no, you don't necessarily have to negate your nutrition incoming. All I'm saying is you want to make sure you're not consuming, let's say, 2,500 calories, but you're only exerting like 15. Because then that's how you start gaining weight. What does 13 stones mean, reluctant gamer? Okay, Gib, you're 182. So let's see. So Gib, if you're 182, I would say you're probably right where that 2,000 probably calories is probably where somebody would put you on to maintain. So in order for you to lose, Gib, you would probably, if you're trying to lose weight, you probably need to be about at 100 excuse me, 100, 1,500 calories. Oh, that's what 13 stones is. Thank you, Gib. I appreciate it. Okay, so I thought you were throwing your weight out there. And reluctant gamer, if you don't mind me asking, what's your gender? Okay, so 182. Let me know your gender, please. That does play into it as well. Male. Okay, so what are you 182? What you trying to accomplish, reluctant gamer? That seems like a pretty good. How tall are you? That seems like a good weight to me. They used to eat junk food and alcohol. Now they only eat seeds. They look at me as a killer because I eat meat. So a lot of your friends just don't eat meat. Pow pow. I feel like you're always saying that. I want to lose my belly flap. Okay, so you like your overall size. You're just trying to lose your belly. And that's the thing. You can't what spot reduce? I was like, what am I trying to say? You can't spot reduce, but I think 182 to be a male is actually pretty good. I guess I'll have to know how tall you are. But that's the yeah, 5 feet 10. Yeah. Yeah. That seems like a pretty good weight to me. That's a good weight and height together. But you're trying to get rid of your belly. So that's all nutrition. That's all nutrition. All nutrition. If it's mainly your body that you're focused on, your belly, that's nutrition. Um, yeah, that's pretty good. So yeah, I think just going to the gym and building that muscle because you're probably right. You probably have more fat on you than you do have lean muscle. So that's all we gotta really just focus on your nutrition and working out. I don't think I would really recommend you losing. The calorie deficiency you probably need to be in isn't that large at all. I just think you need to work out and make sure you're getting your protein in and you're really focused on your macros, protein, carbs, and healthy fats. It's probably just the food you're eating, but once you start eating the right foods and you're working out, for most people, that's where people in my plan start losing right away is their midsection. So if you're not big on drinking and stuff like that, then yeah, your belly will go down. And I got belly fat is nowhere near flat belly. Um, it don't. Eat anything other than seasoned berries. Chicken got a diet more balanced. You and your friends, pal pal. I'm eating right now past 3 months, but need cardio in life. Got belly fat. It's just your nutrition, reluctant gamer. I really do think if you're saying you have belly fat normally comes from either people who drink alcohol or who eat a lot of foods that are processed, high sugar. The midsection is the path of least resistance for not just for me to simplify explaining it. The midsection is the biggest area and the path of least resistance for the fat to go. So that's normally why fat goes there. And I can make it more complicated, but ain't no need to. I need cardio too for those last 10 pounds. Weight training will honestly let you lose weight faster than cardio. Cardio does get your heart rate elevated. It's good for your cardiovascular health and building endurance. But when it comes to trying to actually lose weight training, leg day, lifting heavy, because your body has to recruit so many different muscle groups to stabilize your body for that weight, you're gonna burn more with. That's why I only do cardio on Tuesday. And sometimes I may go to the while I'm at the park, I may run. But for the most part, my focus is strength training. I want to build muscle. Muscle is going to change your physique. So if you Google 5 pounds of fat versus 5 pounds of muscle, they both weigh the same thing. But if you look at the image, you'll see that 5 pounds of fat is way bigger than 5 pounds of muscle. So if you talk about like when people ask me about my physique, it's because I have more muscle than I do fat. So yeah, you definitely want to make sure you're strength training if you're trying to get your physique to look a certain way. I had lots of processed fat because eating takeout. So my arms and legs are slim. It's only my belly, nothing else. So that's where your fat goes for you. So that's one thing we have to look at. Look at yourself. Don't look at everybody else. Only you would know where your fat goes. My fat tends to go to my thighs and my glutes. When I'm trying to lose weight, the easiest place for me to burn is my core, my arms. Everybody's different. It's your genetics. It's your work ethic. So for you, reluctant gamer, that's where it just seems like your weight goes. Thank you, LJ. Got it. Rooted in essential oils. Great info. Thank y'all. Um, so yeah, y'all, there's no right or wrong way to do anything. It's all about finding out what works for you. At the end of the day, that's what you have to do. Find out what works for you. We were all made different. Um, so you can't always go based off what somebody else is doing to get those results. Okay. So just know that only you know what's best for you. So many people have tried to tell me different things of you do this, do that, and it doesn't work. I know it works for LJ. So I do what I want to. So even though even some of the foods I have up here, people may not agree with, it works for LJ. Okay. So I just do what works. That's what you have to do too. But the main thing you can do is work on your moderation and portion control and staying consistent. Eating healthy for maybe like 2 or 3 days out the week isn't going to do it. We want to be on the other side of it. We want to make sure we're eating at least 4 to 5 days out the week of healthy. And then when we do eat bad, and the reason why I say eat bad, I don't really think there's such thing as a bad food. I just think we eat it in bad portions. So even if you like going out to eat, make sure you're only picking one meal to go out to eat. Don't go out to eat for breakfast and then go out to eat for dinner. Pick one meal that day. So on the weekends, I know we don't like to cook. So I would say pick one meal on Saturday, one meal on Sunday. But don't eat crazy throughout the whole day. So what's best tips to lose my belly fat? Your nutrition. Reluctant gamer, I'm telling you, that's what's gonna cause you to lose it. I don't care how many sit-ups you do, that's not gonna cause you to lose your belly fat. Remember how I gave this? Well, you probably don't. So this is the example I gave. If your car was flooded with water, you can't just say, I'm gonna get the water out the back seat. I'm gonna take a bucket and try to get the water out the back seat only. That's not gonna work, right? You may be scooping the water out the back seat, but eventually it just takes the car leveling out all the water for the water to move out the back seat, right? I can't just leave the car flooded in the front seat, this seat, but I'm gonna get it only from this. That's the same way how your body works. I can't just say I'm gonna pull fat from here, from my leg, from my core. Your body decides where it's gonna pull fat from at that time. Um, what's best nutrition to consume? Your macros. You want to get your healthy fats, you want to get protein, and you want to get good carbs. Deep down, you know when you put something in your mouth if it's good or bad. You already know. If you go through McDonald's drive-through, you already know you shouldn't be doing that. All right. So I'm not trying to make it seem like it's so simple to do, but you know when you're going to certain food places if there are better options. And if there's a better option, that's your answer right there when it comes to what you're eating. Um, I love jump squats and leg raises. Papa, I agree. True, good tips. It makes sense. So yeah, you have to it's all about what you eat, y'all. Um, even though I don't want to say fitness is very simple because it does have its, you know, complex variables when you're trying to figure certain things out. But deep down, we all have intuition when it comes to our body. We know how to keep it safe. And nutrition is how you keep it safe, right? When we're giving it the good foods. So deep down, yeah, you definitely know when you're going down the cookie aisle versus fruits and veggies, you get a different feeling, right? You feel good and proud of yourself when you're getting fruits and veggies. But the minute you're looking at Oreos and honey buns, you like, now I know I don't need this. Exactly. You know you don't need it. But as long as you're eating in moderation, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. So yeah, I enjoy talking to y'all about nutrition. If y'all want to talk to me more about nutrition, tomorrow is cardio day where I'm walking on my walking pad. I can just walk and talk to y'all about more nutrition, reluctant gamer. So I can even give you more of a breakdown of the type of nutrition you would want to eat from breakfast to dinner. Give some more snack ideas. Next week is when I was going to talk more about the snacks. So last week I hit breakfast. This week I hit lunch and dinner ideas. Which I mean I can always give more lunch and dinner ideas. But I also want to hit y'all with snacks. I think snacks are the area that people have the hardest time, especially when we're on a time crunch at work. We tend to go to what's, the nearest thing, which is a fast food restaurant or the gas station, and we grab chips. We're just trying to get us, ourselves through the workday at that point. We're not really thinking about nutrition. Um, so yeah, let's talk nutrition some more tomorrow. So tomorrow, we'll talk nutrition. We'll talk ways to get our bellies down, different exercises to help aid in that physique. So yeah, I got y'all. Tomorrow I'll hit more nutrition. But thank y'all for joining me today. I'm about to get up from here so I can make myself something to eat, give me some good nutrition. But I'll see you tomorrow, 11:30. Meet me here. Matter of fact, beat me here like Teresa always does. Meet me on the walking pad so we can walk and talk. We'll talk nutrition, okay? So thank you all for joining. I appreciate it. Like, subscribe, share the video. But I'll see you all tomorrow, 11:30, okay? Be safe, be kind, enjoy your Monday. All right.